What's up, all my Gmat aspirants? Welcome to MBA Wallah by Physics Wallah. This is Amit Rohra, your VARC expert. Okay, so first of all, welcome to the Gmat family, which is the latest offering by MBA Wallah. Now, as I can see and observe, lots of videos are coming up. Okay? We already discussed the new pattern of Gmat. What are the differences between Gmat and CAT? How should you start preparing? Then I saw a lot of queries in terms of what is the exact difference in terms of syllabus जब हम GMAT की बात करते हैं with respect to CAT. तो पहली बात तो if you are a CAT aspirant who's also planning to write the GMAT or you're planning to write both the exams, definitely give me a huge thumbs up right now in the live chat and in the comment section. This is dedicated specially for you. This video will tell you exactly how you can study for both the exams, what are the differences and similarities in terms of the syllabus with respect to the different kinds of sections. Alright, chaliye. So इसी के साथ let's get started. What am I going to cover in this video? पहले I will also let you know what are the kind of relative difficulties between the two exams. Okay? Now once again, it will be wrong for me to conclude that CAT is tougher or GMAT is tougher, because both have their own nuances, both have their different target audience, but we shall still try and get a difference. Okay, new GMAT versus CAT ka I will definitely be also giving you an overview. Again, just an overview. I know you know it, just to touch upon certain points. This is going to be the core focus of my video today, where I am going to give you section wise the differences in all the syllabus. Okay? So definitely stay tuned till the end and let's get started. Chalo, before we continue, let me quickly introduce me. My name is Amit Rohra. I am your VARC expert here, right here. That is verbal ability and reading comprehension. I'll also be leading your critical reasoning ka piece within GMAT. I have so many years of experience in teaching, training, coaching for all possible exams. Jisme there is VARC ka section, both national and international. I have helped a lot of call getters achieve their dream premier B schools, both in India and abroad. I'm also a professor of MBA, wherein I travel to colleges to teach full-time MBA, both national and international. And finally, my favorite is this part, that I like to call myself a rockstar creator, and you guys are my rockstars. Chaliye, let's get started. So first things first, too much chaos, too much confusion, GMAT, brand new pattern, we are not clear, etc. But right now, let us focus on the relative difficulty. Please understand, whenever I'm talking of GMAT, I am obviously talking of GMAT Focus Edition only. I am not referring to the old GMAT anymore, because anyways it is going to get phased out very soon. So GFE stands for GMAT Focus Edition, which will be for all relative terms, practical terms, GMAT in our video. Chaliye, just an overview. Let's quickly go through it. 100% GMAT has a very well defined syllabus. Yeah, now I know even CAT has a very well defined syllabus. GMAT tends to generally pick from a select few topics, and GMAT tends to stick to that. Yeah, it is easier to prepare for GMAT than the CAT. Why? CAT is more uncertain in the sense of like in the year 2023. The kind of CAT questions that came had not come in the last 5 years. Okay? And now they suddenly came up. The topics were a part of the family nonetheless. So the students got a big shock. That is not the case with GMAT, jahan pe generally broad range of topics are always generally touched upon. Okay, verbal section of GMAT definitely could be a slightly, okay, when I say greater, I mean a slightly greater challenge. Okay? Who are non-native English speakers. So humble request, I'll get videos on this. I will tell your sources as well, and I will also tell you all how to improve your English. लेकिन बेटा English improve करनी पड़ेगी, ठीक है? So if you're not able to speak well, अगर आपको reading का शौक नहीं है, if you're not able to converse well, understand, you definitely plan to give GMAT to travel abroad. वहाँ पे there's going to be English language, so we need to work on this. While GMAT ka kind of level of difficulty, I would personally say is easier in verbal, but the scope of questions that come sometimes tend to be kind of very vast or broad. That makes GMAT slightly trickier. But ठीक है, we'll do it, we'll crack it, don't worry. Acha, quant definitely, quant of CAT is more difficult. GMAT I would say generally is lesser on the difficult side because it's more standardized and it's more manageable. So this means that we have to now become best friends because verbal section mein we have to work together a lot, and we shall. All right, I'll give you all enough tips, tricks, strategies and shortcuts, but stay tuned and regularly attend all sessions. Chaliye, now immediately let's jump on to the topic of the new GMAT, which is nothing but your GMAT Focus Edition versus CAT ka just an overview. Now I'm sure you've seen this before. I'll quickly take you all through this, but definitely know this if you already don't know it. The test duration for CAT is 2 hours and for GMAT Focus Edition has now become 2 hours 15 minutes, as we are aware. Okay? There are 3 sections here, Earlier it used to be 4, now it's come down to 3 because analytical writing assessment is no longer there. All right, now within the section there are 3 sections for CAT. CAT is Quant, QA, VARC and LRDI, as we know. So maths, English and logic. In GMAT there is Quant, which is similar, quite similar. Okay? There is verbal reasoning, or verbal reasoning in the sense of you can also say verbal and reasoning. There's reading comprehension and critical reasoning, and this brand new section that is nothing but data insights. Data insights is nothing but an extension or revision of integrated reasoning. Earlier, while IR was a very small topic, very small part, it's now become compulsory. It's also going to be counted in the score, so let's pay a lot of attention to that. All right, acha. We do know that while this is 40 minutes each section, this is 45 minutes each section, and of course finally number of questions, 66 total in CAT, which is 22 in Quant, 24 in VARC, 20 in LRDI. Yahan pe there are 64 questions, which is 21 in Quant, 23 in verbal and 20 in data insight. So if you observe, this is good news. This is good news, you guys. CAT aspirants and GMAT aspirants, now suddenly the papers are standardized. The papers are getting closer to each other, which is awesome. I will show you all a lot of similarities. If you are a CAT aspirant this year who's taking the CAT very, very seriously, लेकिन somebody who also wants options. अगर आपको alternatives भी रखने हैं, you plan to go abroad or apply to colleges of accepting GMAT, do consider giving the GMAT as well. And unlike the CAT, GMAT gives you a lot of flexibility. As you are aware, you can give it any time, unlike CAT, which happens once a year. All right, chaliye. So that's about it. Rest of the things I will not get into because there are already videos present on this very channel. Please watch, in the sense of paper pattern, the types of questions, the adaptiveness of the questions, that you can very well touch upon and look at it. Definitely look at it. Okay, now the most important part. Like I said, I want to spend most of the time today on this part. Now please pay attention. 3 sections: Quant, verbal and logic, or LRDI. Let's get immediately started with VARC, my section. Okay? That is verbal ability and reading comprehension. Now if you observe CAT, okay, if you observe CAT is quite elaborate. So CAT mein there is reading comprehension, जिसपे there are 16 questions out of 24, and para summary, para jumble, sentence odd one out, para completion, and there are typically 8 questions that come from here. So 16 plus 4 is 20. 16 plus 8 is 24. All right. Now out of this, the best part is that all of these are very, very specific. And so there are less concepts to be covered in CAT when it comes to VARC. Yes, CAT ka reading comprehension, I will personally peg it to be more complex as compared to GMAT ka reading comprehension. GMAT ka reading comprehension is more to do with logical understanding of the passage, overall understanding of the passage, which is also the case with CAT. But CAT passages tend to be more evaluative. GMAT ke passages are more or less straightforward. GMAT ke passages are generally shorter. CAT ke passages tend to be slightly longer. Okay, now coming to the second part. So while this is reading comprehension is more tougher here, GMAT ka critical reasoning is definitely slightly on the more tougher side. Why? There are more concepts to be covered. There are new concepts to be covered here. Okay, so we will study all of them together on this very channel. I will get a lot of videos जहाँ पे हम theory भी पढ़ेंगे, practice भी करेंगे. Stay tuned. So while in GMAT there are only 2 sections in VARC, RC and CR. reading comprehension and critical reasoning, nothing else. Okay, so within critical reasoning of GMAT you have all of these topics. Okay, you have assumption, you have inference, which is conclusion, paradox, which means an error or opposite. ठीक है, as in the conclusion that has been arrived at is wrong, discrepancy. ठीक है, strengthen, weaken, which of the following strengthens the arguments, weakens the argument, flaw, what is the error in reasoning of the author. ठीक है, evaluate and boldface. Evaluate matlab you simply have to evaluate the structure of the passage, you have to evaluate the purpose of the statement, and boldface matlab what is the purpose of the highlighted statements in the passage. Now I will be getting dedicated videos on all of these definitely, because we need to practice a lot. Surprisingly, this is somewhere similar to what actually comes in OMETs. OMETs matlab other management entrance tests. So the good part is, if you're preparing for SNAP, NMAT, CUET-PG, and you're preparing for any other exams, CMAT, ATMA, MAT, these concepts are there. They are not there in CAT directly. Some of them are there in reading comprehension. So through CAT you can definitely focus, and you will come to know strengthen, weaken a lot. You will come to know assumption a lot. Okay, inference a lot. But there could be paradox also. Yes, in CAT. But flaw, evaluate, and boldface, not too much. This is unique to GMAT. So this is where we need to definitely focus. We will. Other than that, the good part is that a lot of it is common. So CAT RC will prepare you for GMAT RC and vice versa. CAT ka verbal ability is very different. GMAT ka critical reasoning is very different. Again, there are certain overlaps which I have highlighted, which are common topics, but the rest are not, but we will work on them. Now you know, let's get started. So as you can see, 70% is a huge overlap, which is good. And then there are some unique questions, definitely workable, and we can manage it. So start thinking about it seriously now. Alright, so this is section number 1, which is VARC. Now we come to quant or maths. Chaliye. So isme when we talk about the broad topics, and the good part here that I observed, there's a lot of commonalities, which is good, which is very great news for all of us. So while in CAT there is arithmetic, there is GMAT also there is arithmetic. Arithmetic matlab word based problems which are based on topics like percentage, ratios, time, speed, distance, work rate and time, profit and loss, mixtures, allegations, simple interest, compound interest, common to both of them. When we come to algebra, GMAT also has the same algebra. Usme you have equations, quadratic equations, exponents, inequalities, modulus, surds, indices, and you have functions as well. Common topics. Good, so far, awesome. So if you prepare for CAT arithmetic algebra, GMAT arithmetic algebra, right there. Again, when I say prepare, I would like to focus on concepts are the same. You will have to practice in the sense of questions which are specific to GMAT and CAT. So again, if I would prefer you to do that, it's just better because somewhere the framing of the questions, okay? GMAT claims it's more application based, more logic based. So ठीक है. So CAT type questions, concept same, formula same, underlying basis same. चलिए, number system common to both of them है. Number system के अंदर you obviously have your number system, factors, remainders, statistics, trailing zeros जैसे topics, common, absolutely common, which is good news. Again, on all of this there will be GMAT focused sessions that will come on this very channel, not to worry at all. At the same time, there is CAT Foundation batch going on, CAT Essentials batch going on, which is for free. So any aspirant who's planning to give both, attend both and sharpen your concepts. आप sorted हो, not to worry. Okay. इसके अलावा modern maths में there is permutation, combination, series, probability, everything is sorted. Common. Yes. Where is the difference, sir? The difference majorly lies here in geometry. Alright, so definitely in CAT there is geometry, there is 2D geometry, there is 3-dimensional geometry, there's a lot of cones, cylinders, etc. that you are well aware of. In GMAT that has now been removed, which is a huge relief. This is good news, you guys. Okay? So this is going to be the major difference. Achha, and again coordinate geometry similar to algebra, so you can kind of overlap the two as well. Geometry is not a part, only coordinate geometry is expected. One more very important point, please remember, only problem solving questions will come in the quant section. No data sufficiency anymore. This is good news. This is a good change, you guys. So pehle quant used to comprise of a lot of data sufficiency, jahan pe they would give you conditions. They would give you a problem and then they would give you two conditions. One is necessary, two is necessary, one is sufficient, two is sufficient, or none are sufficient. No longer. Abhi quant mein aapko khali word based problems aayega. Yes, one more very important piece of news that I forgot for VARC. You guys, only two sections in Gmat, RC and CR. Sentence correction has now been removed. Huge relief. No grammar. Again, that was in itself a very big piece because there was subject verb agreement, parallelism, modifiers, verb tenses. Not anymore. So that's good. That's very good. Again, that is not a part of CAT as well. You do need grammar for OMEDs, guys. Please keep this in mind. So OMEDs के लिए आपको grammar पढ़ना पड़ेगा क्योंकि उसमें आता है, CAT में नहीं आता है, GMAT में अभी नहीं आएगा, which is awesome. चलिए, so VARC हो गया. Quant ka overview, as you can see, of course this PDF I'll be circulating in the description box, but you can see all the kind of topics. The big difference obviously lies only and only in the geometry ka section. Other than that, even if there is a slight difference here and there, dedicated sessions are coming. Do not worry at all. In case I have missed out some topic and you are already panicking, don't worry, because detailed topics will be taught by awesome maths and quant teachers. Chaliye, next. Okay? Data insights and LRDI. So while Gmat calls it DI, which is data insights, CAT calls it LRDI, which is logical reasoning and data interpretation. Now, again, very different. While both will comprise of tables, both will comprise of charts, okay? Both will comprise of statistical data, but the type of framing of questions is going to be different. Now the thing is that data insights is just coming up, so we also need to wait and watch how does it work out and how does it come. But nonetheless, overview ke taur pe, let us look at this. So while in CAT there is LR, which is logical reasoning, okay, which comprises of arrangements like seating arrangements, standing arrangements, distribution, games, maps, networks. Here there is something called as two-part analysis. Once again, I would say let's wait and watch, let the sessions come, we understand it better and we'll be able to better solve it. My humble suggestion is both of them definitely require a mix of verbal and quant, where you are able to read the question, understand, because they are caselets, they are long questions. तो आपको समझना है, understand करना है, imagine करके, visualize करके, solve भी करना है. It's a combination of both. So it will help you a lot if for all of this you can start solving already something like Sudoku puzzles, crossword puzzles, you know, something to sharpen your logic skills, your visualization skills, you know, application of logic. Okay. In data interpretation, there is tables, charts, word problems. Yahan pe there is something which is similar called as graphical interpretation. अच्छा, यहाँ पे others में in CAT and LRDI there are Venn diagrams, missing data. यहाँ पे there is multi-source reasoning. Multi-source reasoning could definitely have a verbal part also to it. ठीक है? It could also involve reasoning which is based on non-quant. Like I said, we'll have dedicated sessions. उसमें you'll get a full background of it and we'll be solving it. ठीक है? यहाँ पे finally you get LRDI sets. Sets is nothing but a combination of all of the above. यहाँ पे you get a table analysis, to call it just like that. One more very big difference. वैसे तो both the exams are quite different, but another very huge difference: data sufficiency. Data sufficiency is now going to be a part of DI, that is data insights. And they have categorically said that data sufficiency of DI will not be having pure maths anymore, which is good. Otherwise maths mein rakhta tha, they would have kept it under quant only, but no. Data sufficiency is now a part of DI, which will not have pure math, but will have applied applications. This is interesting because they want you to start developing managerial skill sets. ठीक है? Managerial decision making. So उसके तौर पे in DI under data sufficiency they will also be giving you profit and loss based questions. Profit and loss मतलब not the concept but company P&L, ठीक है, company data, ठीक है, case studies which are corporate case studies in the sense of to check your kind of managerial skills, graphs वगैरह. Those are what is expected and what is going to come in data sufficiency. मेरे हिसाब से this entire section is very very interesting for all my CAT only aspirants, GMAT only aspirants, both aspirants. This is the section that you will have to really focus on. As you can see in the other sections, there are huge overlaps. There's almost a good of 80-90% overlap, but here this is going to be the game changer. Jahan pe yes, logic is applied, common sense is applied. GMAT claims they are very very application logic based and etc. GMAT definitely claims they are not theoretical as CAT, although CAT is also not theoretical. It is based on theoretical concepts, but nonetheless very very interesting. ठीक है, चलिए. सो ये था आपका पूरा ओवरव्यू ऑफ GMAT एंड CAT का प्योरली syllabus के basis पे. I wanted to bring this video quickly to you so that you can see the different kinds of topics, you can see the kind of overlap, and now you can maybe make up your mind whether you want to give both the exams, only CAT or only GMAT. मेरे हिसाब से definitely there are a lot of commonalities as per the new edition. चलिए, before I sign off, I just want to conclude by saying thank you so much. It was too much fun putting this video together for you all. I'll be back with a lot more important strategic information when it comes to verbal ability, when it comes to the English part of both CAT and GMAT right here on this channel itself. जाने से पहले एक humble request है, in the comment section please let me know what are your queries, did you enjoy the video, and what other videos would you like me to bring on GMAT or also on CAT. 100% I will refer to them and bring you the same videos. All the very best. Stay tuned to this very channel. We are going to be back with a lot more exciting videos. Until then, this is Amit sir signing off.